Hello, riders. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. I got to get back in the saddle. Got to get back to recording. So let's get it. I got a lot to talk about. You know, the Tail of the Dragon trip was overall a success. I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of the Phantom for making it. We made it. We slay the dragon. That was the main. That was what the trip was for. The fire, on the other hand, the fire aftermath, that is a whole animal in itself. It couldn't have happened on the worst possible time, right? So, you know, you guys seen it. I got the call. I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't think that, you know, we both, me and my girlfriend both thought it was superficial fire. You know, it happened in it probably happened in another apartment, but it didn't. It happened to the whole building. The whole building. And what happened was lightning struck the roof. And the entire roof collapsed. Just collapsed. Our apartment was definitely damaged. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. But it wasn't completely totaled like others. And by the way, nobody was killed, or, you know, nobody died in the fire. You know, thank God. The whole building was mostly at work. Everybody got out. There were some pets that died, including our kitten. There was some pets that, you know, are missing, and possibly a death, you know, but including our kitten. I realized that she could have died in the fire. That's just a fact. You know, I can't get around that fact. But there is a possibility that she made it out, you know. But honestly, I think she was too young to understand what was going on. Unfortunately, she didn't really understand. We got her. She was so tiny, guys. She was a couple months old. You know, the rescue center trusted us with this baby. It was, you know, but the poor kitten never got a chance to be in the wild. It was always under the care of humans. And I think it needed that natural instinct, for self-preservation, but either way, it could have escaped. The firefighters burst open the doors at first to let all the pets out. That's one of their procedures, I guess. And they burst the doors open, and whatever animal ran out, But our other two cats were rescued, and I'm grateful for that. And the fire aftermath, I mean, it was rough for me at first. Being told by the apartment complex that you can't go in there to get any of your stuff, and consider your stuff a total loss. And I just could not grasp that thought. I was like, because I'm a natural saver, I wanted to salvage everything that I could from, there had to have been something useful in there. There had to be something that I could salvage that could be still used. And when it was a different type of feeling. It was like being told by somebody else that, just consider it gone. It's okay. Like, no, I don't tell me that, And without even me seeing it, we're upstairs, and being on the top floor, of course, the roof fell down inside the apartment. But, I can understand that a lot of it was damaged, maybe even most of it. But don't tell me that everything's gone. I know there's not. Okay? I know it. So, I was a little aggravated. I was, at first, I was angry. And another thing was, I was in Tennessee and I didn't have my car keys. And that was a big problem too. My car took a remote fob, and it needed to be programmed, and, so that was a problem getting it, but either way I got it, everything was okay. The insurance company, they do insurance things. We didn't break even, but we got enough to survive. It was good. I'm grateful. I can't complain. I knew the insurance wasn't going to be anything spectacular. I knew we weren't going to make any, gains off the insurance or nothing. I knew that. I don't expect much from an insurance company anyway. I think they're awful, and, that's just my opinion. So, and I'm grateful for everybody that came together. I'm grateful for, everybody at my workplace that helped out, we had what we needed, and it was okay. Everything was okay. And, the cats that did survive, they are doing well. The orange one forgot about it, the day after. The little boy, the tuxedo cat, he was sketched for at least 2 weeks. He wouldn't eat, but they were both taken to the veterinary emergency facility and got treatment. And the tuxedo, when he was rescued early. He was in the smoke, and he was overnight. He stayed in the emergency overnight. And they cleared him. He was good. Everything was good. He was just scared, which I could imagine what he was thinking when he was in there. I don't know. I didn't even see it because I was on my way home. So yeah, we're good financially. The cats are good. I do miss my old apartment. We had it good there. I gotta say. I had a garage, we had enough room for everybody, and, for all the vehicles, and, it was very good. I liked it there. I was comfortable there. We had it good, but we couldn't stay there. They didn't have any, more apartments available, so we had to move. We moved in this, we stayed in the area, but our new apartment's not as nice, but hey, we get what we need, right? So yeah, so we're moving forward, and for me, the journey back, you guys did not see the journey back. I didn't tell you this. Some people know about this, but things happened to the Phantom. So I was pushing it really hard. So like I said, I get the call. We think it's superficial. I keep going. Then I lose reception. I lose reception on the phone. I can't get in contact with my girlfriend. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna keep going. And I was all the way down, past the Dragon, and I was going to stop somewhere to eat, which I did. It was a beautiful restaurant. I forget the name. I'll put it on the screen. It was beautiful there. I even have pictures. I'll post the pictures now. So I went to eat, and I'm in North Carolina now, deep in the mountains. If you ever been to the Dragon, you're deep. You're so far in on the Tennessee side, you're in the Smoky Mountain Reserve, you're in the Smoky Mountain National Park, and on the North Carolina side, you're close to the Cherokee Reserve. I think I was in, no, I wasn't in the Cherokee Reserve yet. So I had something to eat. I left. I finally got reception. I think it was in the Cherokee Reserve. I was still in North Carolina, deep in the mountains again. So then I called my girlfriend, and she says it's bad. She's crying, you know. The cats weren't rescued yet. So, and she didn't know what was going on. She was seeing it, and the whole roof was on fire. It was a horrible mess. So she's like, you know, try to get home. Don't rush, but try to get home as soon as you can. I need you here. So I was like, oh yeah, you know, I got to get out of here, you know. And now I'm far away, you know. I got to get back to Pennsylvania, eastern Pennsylvania, and from all the way down in the Cherokee Reserve. So I didn't even, like, I was pushing the Phantom all morning long on the Smoky Mountain National Park. And then on the tail of the dragon, about 3 or 4 times I was pushing her. I was trying to do my best in the twisties. I was trying to do my best, you know, go as fast as I could, see what it was all about, experience everything. I had to push it home, and I said, "All right, I'm gonna go home." And I was just on a mission to go home. On the way home, I met some cool Canadian guys. They rode also. All night, all day and all night, like I did, to the tail of the dragon, and they were enjoying themselves, you know. 2 Canadian guys. They were cool, you know. They were asking about the bike. They thought it was a Rebel, you know. And but yeah, they were cool, and we had a good conversation. But my mind was, you know, I tried to like pay attention to the conversation, but my mind was on getting home and how am I gonna get home. So, so then I just, you know, I don't floor it, but I'm making good time going home. And it started to get nightfall. Batteries were dying in my phone, and I needed Google Maps. So I had to stop. I stopped at a Starbucks, got a coffee real quick, plugged in my phone, got a charge, was able to keep going on Google Maps. And so on this trip, Virginia was the longest part. I mean, it felt like I was in Virginia forever. So I kept going, kept you know, rolling on. And it started to get dark. And then about Roanoke, right outside Roanoke, I noticed truckers flashing their lights at me. It was dark by this time. I really wanted to get to I-80 by nightfall, because then I would be able to turn off my Google. I knew where I was at. It was pretty much I-80 all the way almost home. I knew where I was going. Truckers started flashing their lights, and I'm like, what is going on? There has to be a problem in back of the Phantom. And at first I thought, well, what if I'm leaking something, you know? And I didn't smell anything, and I really didn't think I was leaking anything, you know? So I keep going, then it dawned on me, what if I have no lights back there? And I wasn't going to stop. I just kept going. The only time I stopped was when to get fuel. And when I did get fuel, I noticed I had no tail lights, and I'm like, oh no, they can't see me. I'm wearing a black backpack. The only thing that reflective is my helmet. It's red and silver. And so I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? And so I decided in myself, no, I got to keep going, because my mind was still trying to get home. I was trying to push it. It was getting late. It was very dark. So I said, well, I'll just drag the brake ever so lightly, just to switch on the switch for the brake light, because I knew my brake light worked.